One of the most common questions that I see online on the forums or in responses to any of our videos that we have out there is how do you set the gear mesh on the transmission for your car or truck? We're going to take a couple minutes here and show you how to do that. We've got the transmission here out of a Losi High Roller, but the steps we're going to show you here are pretty well applicable to any type of car or truck. Let's get started. For this, I'm using a 3/32 Allen wrench, and first of all, I've got to take off the motor cover. There's two screws here and here to do that. So now with the gear cover off, we can see the two main gears on the transmission. This larger gear here, this is called your spur gear. This smaller one here that's on the output shaft of the motor, this is your pinion gear. What you need to make sure is that you have enough clearance between the two that they don't bind up, but not so much clearance that there's excessive slop, which could cause the pinion gear to slip on the spur gear and strip it out. So what we're going to do, I'm going to back this off. So now you can see the motor will slide back and forth here on the motor plate. There's a couple easy ways to go ahead and set your gear mesh. One of the most common ones is with just a simple piece of paper here. And what you can do, I'm just going to tear a small piece of this off, is you can take the paper, place it between the pinion and spur gear, tighten it down, and tighten down your motor screws. Rotate the spur gear, and as you can see here, the spur gear wiggles back and forth a little bit, but not so much that it's excessively loose. That's a really easy way to do it, just using a simple piece of paper. The main thing to remember when you're setting your gear mesh is, again, you don't want it so tight that it binds up. I'm going to tighten this up real quick to show you what an example of a gear mesh that is too tight. Here you can see I've got no play whatsoever between the spur gear and the pinion. I'm going to back this off a little bit. This would be an example here of too much of a gap between the pinion and the spur gear. A setup such as this would more than likely cause you to strip out the spur gear eventually. If you do have any questions or comments about anything we've shown you here today, feel free to email us at editors@horizonrc.com. Thanks a lot.